Hi my people, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. As always, welcome back to Reimagining the Workplace. For those who are new, Reimagining the Workplace is a YouTube channel that is dedicated to sensitizing workers and creators as well. We don't like to leave them out of this. It's dedicated to sensitizing us and teaching us or showing us, opening our eyes to see how toxic most of our workplaces are, because most of our workplaces are toxic whether we like to admit it or not, and how to navigate through that toxicity and how to to thrive through it and how to win while at it. Yeah, this channel is dedicated to all the workers and all the creators that there are in Kenya and in the world. So welcome. Today's topic is a very controversial topic, and I wish I had someone to discuss this with, but probably I'll get someone to do it. But it was burning up in me. I needed to share this with us in this episode. And today we are going to discuss about being niceness, or being nice at the workplace. Because remember, our topic today is being nice in the office and whether it works for us or not. Okay, so we go ahead to work extra hours. We work after normal working hours, or we work through lunch break period, in order to seek likability in the office. When no one requires you to work, or when you don't have extra work, it's okay to work overtime or to work throughout your lunch hour break or whatever, if you have loads of work that you need to finish, but not the whole time, man. There's a reason why whoever invented work meant put breaks, put a tea break, put a lunch hour break, and all these other breaks that there are, because our brains need to rest. But that aside, if you do that when no one is requiring you to do that, or when you don't have extra workload that you desperately need to to finish, then you don't have that is seeking likability at the workplace, and it's not a good thing. But we'll get to that. Let me not get ahead of myself. We will sit through very uncomfortable meetings in the office. If you work in an office environment, sit through very uncomfortable meetings and say nothing. You'll know whoever is addressing you in the meeting is saying a lot of nonsense, or even if they are not saying nonsense, they are saying things that you do not agree with as an employee, and you will still go ahead to sit there and say nothing because you want to be nice. Man, you guys, being nice can be a trap. So because you want to be nice, you just sit through and say nothing and do nothing. But when the meeting is over, you go sit at your desk with your colleague or your friend in the office. Now you start discussing, saying, oh, I did not like this, I did not like what he said about this, I do not like what she said about this, I wish she said this, I wish they would do this instead of doing this. Things that were being proposed, or instructions that were being given in the meeting. For example, you did not have the courage to speak up and say, no, I don't think we should do this, we should, my idea is this and this and this. But because you want to be nice, you want people to like you, it's a very funny attitude. And something else people do in their effort to be light or to be nice in the office is they'll work extra hours. For example, I'm just thinking, things are coming to my head right now as I speak. People will work extra hours when they are not required to, when they are not needed to. You do not have too much work to warrant you to work through lunch hour break or after 5 o'clock, which is the normal working hours for us as Kenyans. But they'll just stay there. They don't want. I used to have a colleague, oh my god, hey my god, some of these things I knew even if I didn't know what I was doing. She would never leave the office as long as our boss is in the office. It's 5 o'clock, the rest of us are packing our bags and closing our laptops to leave, and she'll just sit there because she wants to be liked. And true to that, she was liked because there are so many things that happened to the rest of us that she did not go through. We'll talk about this, you guys. She did not go through, but she did not go through them because they really liked her. It's because now they started using her. And that's what happens when you're too nice. You cannot be, there's nothing like being nice when you cannot leave work when you're supposed to leave work and go home and rest and be with your family and blah 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 blah. That is not being nice. It's a form of manipulation. It's like witchcraft. You get? Colleagues who are desperate to be liked are too nice. They get too comfortable doing jobs that they do not have any business doing. For example, they'll do jobs that are outside of their scope because they are seeking to be liked. They are trying to be nice, and they forget that being nice does not involve doing jobs that you've not been employed to do. For example, they'll go ahead and do something like make tea for your boss or for your supervisor. It's a kind gesture, but do not do it for you to be liked. I don't know if I'm making sense. My point is, don't be too nice to do things that you're not supposed to do. You can, but with the right attitude, because you're just being kind to your co-workers or to your supervisor or to your boss, but not in pursuit of being liked, if I'm making sense. I'm telling you, things are just coming to my mind as I speak. We even go ahead to sit down and write very good emails. It's true. You're supposed to write a professional email when every time we are having communication in the office. You're supposed to use very, respectful language. So people do emails. You sit down and frame a very nice email. Yet what is in your mind is different. All in an effort to be nice, to sound nice to whoever it is that you're communicating to, your coworker, your supervisor, whoever it is that you're writing or you're doing the email to. So we do so many things in the office in pursuit of likability, or being liked or being nice, which is a good thing, but it can work against you. Okay? So like we said, it's nice. It's okay to be nice, to be nice to people, because being nice to people in the office or at any workplace that you're in promotes respect for other people and for yourself. It promotes good vibes, and that creates a very beautiful environment for you to work in, and for the other people, because remember, we are all in pursuit of a healthy work environment. So if you're good to people, if you're nice to people, then that promotes, you know, a good work environment, which is a requirement for everyone, for them to feel comfortable while working. But then there are some disadvantages of being too nice as an employee, as a worker, wherever it is that you're working. Listen, if you're too nice to your colleagues or to your co-workers or to your supervisor, there's a tendency for them to feel like they can take advantage of you. Number one, people can easily take advantage of you because they know every time I ask Mercy to go and fetch me water from the dispenser to drink, I can ask her to do that and she will do it without questioning. And then they'll send you tomorrow, and then the next day, and then the next day, and you'll continue to do it. No, that's not being nice. I hope you guys are getting the difference. That's not being nice, and that's not being kind. That's disrespecting yourself. And another disadvantage of being nice in the office or at any workplace that you're working at or in is that people tend to disrespect you because you do not have a stand. You'll notice that people who are too nice in the office, nobody comes for you for advice, and if they do, they do not take your advice 100% because they're not sure. Who would you rather, deal with? Someone who is nice all the time, or someone who is on and off? They are nice, but then they're not nice because they have a stand. Because I noticed that people who have a stand are not considered nice. So who would you rather work with? Who would you rather, spend your time with? Who would you rather go to for questions or for advice? If you're too nice in the office, people will take advantage of you. People will not respect you. They will overlook you. They will cross your boundaries, you guys. Because nice people do not know how to set or draw boundaries. They cannot say, no, you cannot do this to me. No, you cannot come to my desk and take my stapler without asking. No, you cannot do this and this. No, you cannot ask me to work past 5 o'clock. No, you cannot ask me to work during my lunch break. No, you cannot do this and this. No, you cannot ask me to do this when there's someone else who can do this. Like, there's a time I asked a boss to stop asking me to make tea for them because there was someone who could make tea for them. There was a tea girl, but she apparently didn't like her tea. She said she just didn't make it the way that she felt that was satisfactory. So she started sending me, and I realized she was taking advantage of me. So I stopped her. I told her, no, that's why she's employed. That's why you have her in this office. Ask her. If you need me to train her, to teach her how to do it, I will do it. But please stop asking me to make tea for you because you're distracting my work. And that was my boss. And she never sent me again from that day. So you can do it. You can do it. I wasn't fired. I wasn't given a warning letter for saying no. But my point is, nice people in the office or at any workplace get their boundaries crossed so often. First of all, they do not even have any boundaries. It's hard for them to have boundaries because they are scared that they are going to hurt everyone. They are going to make everyone dislike them, which is a lie. Because if you create boundaries or if you set boundaries for yourself, people end up respecting them and respecting you in return. I wish employees could know that, or employees could know that. I know most of us know that. Okay? Something else that can happen to you is that you'll be misunderstood. If you're a nice employee, if you're too nice, people tend to misunderstand you. They they wonder if you understand anything about anything. Let me tell you, nice people do not know that being too nice, or just, there's nothing wrong. You guys, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong for anyone, whether in the workplace or outside, to be nice. Don't get me wrong. What I am saying is that being too nice can be dangerous for you as an employee. It can make people misunderstand you. It can make people wonder, hi, what's wrong with this one? How come every time I tell her? Listen, nice people do not know how to say no. They think saying no is wrong. So everything you ask them to do, they say yes. You go to them, give them an assignment or a task to do for you, and they just go ahead and say no when they still have piles and piles in their tray to do. They cannot say no. It's okay for when a boss comes to you to ask for you to do a task, to say no, to say, because you don't even have to say an outright no. You can say, okay, I understand what you want me to do, but listen, I have this and this and this and this that I need to finish first. Are you okay waiting until maybe the next day? Or are you okay waiting until Friday or next week or after 2 weeks? Because that's a no. That's a no as well. If you're having a problem telling your supervisor or your boss an outright no, which is not wrong, you can say no, but with respect, of course. We are not saying that now you refuse and be disrespectful about it. Okay, so I felt like we needed to talk about this because I have been taken advantage of for being nice. I'm not saying this, I'm not telling you this because I was not a victim. I have been a victim, but immediately I realized that I was being taken advantage of, I stopped. There are 3 things that you can do as an employee. 3 or 4. Stop trying to be liked by everyone. Listen, nobody is liked by everyone. Even Jesus himself, Jesus Christ, our Lord, is not liked by everyone. He wasn't liked by everyone on earth. As a matter of fact, he must have been hated by many more than the ones that liked him. Yeah, so do not be desperate to be liked by everyone, because not everyone is going to like you. So if you make peace with that, then you'll not be too nice to people, making them take advantage of you as an employee. Okay? Something else, stop taking everything personally at work. Not everything is about you. I used to have a colleague who, every time we had an altercation with the boss, or every time the boss, sometimes bosses are funny people, they'll come to the office carrying emotions from their homes, and they'll come and unleash it on employees. You don't know what you guys did. Nobody wronged them, but they'll come and they're in a mood that day, and now they're going to spill it all over to everyone. I used to have a colleague who thought every time our boss came to work like that, it was all about her. How is it about you when there are 100 of us in the organization? What makes you think it's about you? You know? And that is someone who is trying so much. They try so much to be nice, such that every time now the supervisor or whoever it is having an altercation with someone, they feel like, oh my God, what have I done? What have I done? When it has got nothing to do with you. Being nice in a work setting is good, but it can be a bad trap. It can work against you like you cannot believe. Something else, learn how to speak up. You guys, speak up if something is wrong. If you see something and you don't like what's going on, speak up. These are some of the things that I have done in the previous workplaces that I've worked in. Speak up. The worst thing they can do is fire you. They can't kill you. They can't beat you up. Because me, if you're going to touch me, no, that's a problem. I can leave you alone for anything as long as you don't touch my body. But if you can't beat me up, you can't kill me, the worst thing you can do is fire me. Me, I'm going to speak up. Speak up. Let's learn how to speak up, you guys. Say whatever you need to say. All you need to do is make sure that you're respectful about it. Don't say it rudely. Don't be rude to your supervisor or to your co-worker or to whoever. But speak up. There's always a way to speak up. Find a way to make yourself understood. And you don't even have to be a great communicator for you to speak up. And even if you can't speak up, sit down, write a good email, read it 10 times until you make sure that whoever is going to receive it or the recipient will understand it. And just speak up. Just say whatever. Give your views. It's even going to come out as an advantage for you. People know that you're someone who has a stand. They know you're someone who understands what's going on, because if you keep quiet and don't speak up, then people can't even tell whether you're together, whether you're with them, whether you understand what's going on, whether you understand your job, whether you understand the instructions that you're given. They don't know. Last but not least, number 4. You can be kind to people, but you don't have to be nice to them. I don't know if you guys know the difference. There's a difference between being nice and being kind. Going back to that example of a colleague who keeps asking you to go fetch water for them from the water dispenser when they can do it themselves. It's okay to do it once or twice, but not every day. You're the one who always fetches them water from the dispenser. That's not being nice, that's being stupid. But when you did it the first time and the second time, that is being kind. Sharing your stuff in the office, that is being kind. Speaking up when there is an injustice going on in the office, that is being kind. Keeping quiet is not being nice. Keeping quiet about things that are going wrong in the office is not kindness. It's not niceness. Neither is it kindness, by the way. So in conclusion, what are we saying? We need to differentiate as employees and as workers the difference between kindness and being nice. Being nice can be disadvantageous to an employee. Because when you're too nice, you kind of suppress your own needs. And then with time, you will tend to become resentful, because you're being nice to people in an effort for them to like you. And when they don't like you, or they do not reciprocate by being nice, then you become resentful and you become a bitter employee, and you start doing things in rebellion, when actually you're the one who messed yourself. Ulijikosea wewe mwenyewe, you know. But when you're being kind, it attracts respect to you. When you're kind, it attracts some form of respect to you. Listen, this is how I look at it. People who are too nice in the office or at any workplace that you're in are they send a need for approval. They want to be approved of. They want people to like them. They want people to look at them a particular way. Whereas for someone who is kind, they are seeking. These are people who first of all send a message that they respect themselves, and therefore other people end up respecting them, or reciprocate by respecting them. You understand? So as employees, we need to differentiate. We need to understand that being nice at your workplace can work against you and can be taken advantage of. Oh, I don't know how I forget to say this. Bosses especially. Bosses have a tendency, they like very nice people in the office. Bosses like nice people. They don't like people who tell them no. Bosses don't like people who say no. They don't like people who know their rights. Bosses don't like people who refuse to be disrespected, who set boundaries. Bosses don't like people like those. They don't like such kind of people. I needed to share that we need to differentiate that as employees and do better. And that way we'll see that our bosses will stop taking advantage of us, our colleagues, our workmates will stop taking advantage of us, because they'll understand that we now respect ourselves, and by being kind and not being nice. If you've been that kind of employee who seeks approval from your co-workers, from your bosses, by being too nice, you need to stop doing that, because it's working to your disadvantage. It's good to be nice. Again, don't take me the wrong way. It's good to be nice, but don't be too nice. Lean more towards being kind. And that way, people will respect you for who you are. They'll respect your work. They'll respect your boundaries. And that way, the work environment is a healthy workplace, which is why we are here. That's what we are looking for on this channel. Yeah, so that's it for today. Thank you so much for staying with me. I hope I did not koroga you. I hope I was clear in whatever I was saying. And I hope you are going to do better as employees. Please like this video if it meant something to you, if it enlightened you. Please share with your friends, comment down below. Yeah, and let's grow this channel together. Thank you so much. Goodbye.